Mm-hmm.
If I go out, it's because I really love that person, or I'm being blackmailed. My 10-year-old nephew knows he has me. The nerve of being so adorable. He was like, Tia, it's the season finale of my soccer team. I want you to be there. Oh, no. Please. So the day comes. If there's something that you can count on a children's soccer game, is not starting on time. After I was in my AC-less car waiting for a parking space and this woman stole it, I better not run into her. If I do, she's going to catch these hands. I finally get in, sit between the drums, the megaphones. I'm like, yay, team. Go sports. Since it's an event for children, they only had soda. They should sell alcohol out of respect for the aunties. Because we all know respect for aunties looks like mimosas. So out of respect, if you want to send any mimosas my way, that's fine by me. No problem with that. And I hope you don't have to attend any children's soccer games this week. Welcome, whether you are a social butterfly or a reclusive moth like myself. Comedians, let me know through text if you're going to participate. You will get 5 minutes. If your set needs a couple of seconds more just to finish your joke, that's fine. But you will see the clock right there, letting you know how much time it has passed. If we reach minute number 4, because I understand that some of you are on your cell phone, so maybe the clock is not that big, I will wave my phone at you, letting you know that you have 1 minute left. To the supporters, remember that these are comedians, these are jokes. You're not at an assembly for politic decisions. These are just jokes. And if your background is not noisy, please leave your microphone open so we can hear you laughing. Now let's have a good time. In the chat, we have our lineup. I'll be adding people as you let me know in chat that you're participating. But for now, starting us off is Abedin, and on deck we have Wendy. Give it up for Abedin. Woo!
Woo! Hey. Hey guys, thank you very much. Liz, I see this picture on my laptop and I really think it's an international house. Look at that. People from all over the world. Give it up. Give it up for all of us. I like that. Hey. So on that note, on that note, I would like to start with the happy news that recently I got my citizenship. So, yes, so it's been a long process. Trust me, if anybody who knows about this immigration thing, right? It takes almost half of your life away, and then that feeling is so emotional, right? That finally, citizen of America, USA. Yeah. Yeah. I already had a citizenship.
Welcome to the tax club.
From birth. Yeah.
You look American.
I do. Thank you. Yeah, is it these glasses? I just bought them. So. But you know, it's that feeling that you get that after so many years you are finally an American, and you don't feel bad for taking up one American job finally. after so many years. Trust me. And now that I'm an American, right, I can tell all these other immigrants who come to America that they are taking up our jobs, man. That's mean, I know. So, a little bit more about myself. I am married, right? So, I've been married for long years, long 6 years. Trust me. So, but in all these 6 years, I have learned one thing, and one thing only, is that never ask my wife to find something for me. Trust me. Because if I have lost something and if I ask her to find it, it's going to turn up in the very first place that she looks at. And that's a fact. I mean, if I lose anything, that's it. I've lost it. If I cannot find my children, I've lost them. I'll make new ones. Right? I don't want to ask her. Like, for example, the other day, I couldn't find the most popular thing. I couldn't find my socks, right? So I was looking all over the place. I was right there in my bedroom and looking in my drawers on the dressing table. I couldn't find it. So I called my wife. I made that mistake. She was sitting in the living room and I yelled out, "Hey, babes, have you seen my pair of socks?" So she told me it's in the bedroom, in the dresser, on the top drawer. And I was looking right into it. It wasn't there. So I told my wife it's not there. And she said those magical words. She said, "I can see it from here." It's right in the drawer. So then she gets up, she comes to the room, and like a magician, she just closes her eyes, puts her hand in the drawer, and picks up my socks. And she said, "Are these your socks?" I said, "Yes, they are mine." It's like as if that sock came to life. You know, when my wife got up, he got scared. He came crawling right from its hiding place into the drawer, sitting right on top of there, and she picked it up. Oh, so never ask my wife. Something is if I've lost it. All right. I'm trying to lose some weight, right? I know. I mean, you can just see my face, but if you see the rest of my body, you'll really laugh. I'm quite chubby, fat, so I want to lose weight. But see, losing weight is an expensive affair, right? I mean, going to the gym and then eating. Basically, it all boils down to your diet, right? Now, eating is really expensive. Like salads are more expensive than cheeseburgers. So, I mean, you can imagine, right? And like eating healthy, buying the healthy stuff is very expensive. Like, for example, avocados, right? They say they are really good, but have you seen an avocado? It is so expensive. One avocado is equal to one bottle of beer. So avocado must be the second most expensive thing that comes from Mexico. Right? Yeah. The first one is, the smoking hot Salma Hayek. I think that's my time. Thank you so much, guys.
That's fine.
Right on time.
Yeah, that's a timer, not a gun. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, everything. What's harder, getting the citizenship or being married? Tell us.
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Oh, is my wife there? Sitting in the next room. It's obviously the citizenship. Okay.
Of course.
But I'll tell you one thing. It's not as bad. I waited for like 20 years, but imagine King Charles had to wait 75 years. And it was the first time I ever saw a white man waiting for a status change so long. So
give it up for Evelyn.
American hero.
Our newly American comedian. Okay, up next we have Wendy on deck. Henry, give it up for Wendy. Woo!
Hi, good evening, everyone. Or good morning, everyone. My name is Wendy. I'm from Malaysia.
Woohoo.
British is our forefather of colonization. And now, British have colonized everyone to speak English. I hate English. I cannot speak English well. Past too many tense. Past tense, present tense, future tense. Make no sense, make me tense. So hard to learn English. In Malaysia, we speak English. In Singapore, they speak Singlish. What about American? Do you speak Americanese? Speaking English is just like eating English breakfast with curry chicken, hot and spicy, just like me. Drinking Americano with coconut milk. In Malaysia, we do not like to speak a proper language, English. Example, when I want to go toilet, I just say, shit, where is toilet? Toilet, emergency toilet, where is toilet? Shit. Then every one of us in Malaysia, we can understand these three words. Shit, emergency toilet. They understand. Once I say that in Italy, they can't understand. Toilet, emergency, they can't understand what I mean. I have an American boyfriend last time. We speak English. But he cannot understand me. When I say I'm sick, he said, go and see doctor. So I decided to speak Chinese to him. I said, 你好吗？我生病了. He tried very hard to understand me. But finally, we speak more when I speak Chinese to him. And he tried hard to understand me. And one day, I attended spiritual classes. I love sutra and I believe in karma. But until now, I'm still ignorant what is Kama Sutra. Do you understand what is Kama Sutra? And my meditation teacher said, what have you learned? How you encounter your enemy? I say, breathing in, breathing out. May the idiot step on the dog shit and be happy. Say again, breathing in, breathing out. May the moron step on the bullshit and be happy. My English teacher said, I can't speak proper English and I fail in my English exam. Why you do not how to use past tense? Why you do not have to use future tense? You only can use present tense. I said, namaste. To be happy, stay at present moment. Forget the past and let go of the future. That's why I always use present tense. Liberation from learning English. Oh my karma. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Wendy. Yay!
Yeah.
My students would agree with you that English is not easy. Like molestar, that's bother in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
So when they're learning English, they don't use bother. They use the closest sounding word, that is molest. So try not to laugh in a group of teens when it's a teacher, this person is molesting me. Like, oh, bother Juanito. He is bothering you. So from where I can see from here. So, yeah, Wendy, keep it in the present. Now, up next, we have Henry. On deck, we have Sarut. Give it up for Henry. Woo!
Thank you. I like to check the emotional temperature of the room because I am emotionally available. Very adorable. I work in a health environment. That's what we call it. It's a nonprofit. Nonprofit means morally poor. We're doing the work that Jesus could have done, but was too lazy to do. In my group chats, we'd get includes doctors, nurses, 80% women. So we get the incidental birthday announcement. That's nice. I like to know when to ignore somebody. Oh, gotta avoid that one. Or birth announcements, pregnancies. I am a science guy. You tell me you are pregnant. I need proof. Show me the video of conception. My niece makes puppies. The best part when she breeds puppies like this one, comes from my niece. It's a purebred or mixed bred. The best part is watching them do it. She makes it romantic. Oh, this dog has to do this dog, and they gotta make a baby. That gender reveal party should have the tape. When I'm doing baby making activities with my boyfriend that I don't have, but if I am, the baby shower is totally different. There is stuff everywhere. That is not something I put on a group chat. Without evidence. It's a huge cleanup process. And it's something that really, no one needs to see that. Let's see if I have anything else. Oh, yes. In the medical community, I'm considered a lifeline. I work with 80, 70 years old, super old, older than me. And my goal is to negotiate with the insurance company and big pharma so that they can live from 70 to 71. Everything is about pills. Where's my pills? I need a pill. I can tell you one thing about the pills. Big pharma wants you, they don't want to cure you. They want you to be a crack addict. Give me my pills. I need my pills. I can't afford my pills. That's it for me. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Oh my. Maybe time to resort for your pill dispenser from the corner. What can be safer, Henry? What do you think? Pharma or the pill dispenser of the block?
I think that the guy in the corner, he's at least ethical about it. He's like, yeah, I want to get you high. I want you happy forever.
Well, at least you know it can be like from farm to table, like from his garden to your hands. Thank you, Henry. Up next, we have Sarut on deck, Dominic. Give it up for Sarut. Woo!
Woo! Give it up for your brilliant host, Liz, everyone. Give it up for Liz, everyone. And yeah, my name is Sahrud, but I get my name mispronounced all the time by Indians. I think sometimes the only place I get my name pronounced right is when international people pronounce it, because Americans try too hard to not offend people. Okay, they try too hard. They're always like, so how is your name pronounced? Sahrud, am I pronouncing it right? I don't want to offend you. I don't want you to attack me or something. So I think everybody else tries too hard. Indians, they call me Shahrud, Sherud, Suhurud, something, whatever they can. If every time my name was pronounced wrong, if I had a bullet for every time it was wrong, I would be in America in no time. I would be in America in no time. Just like, because it's the national sport of America. But anyways, you guys ever play Monopoly? You know that Monopoly. Oh wait, who am I talking to? You're all way older than me. Monopoly was your generation's game. I'm the only Gen Z in this room. Playing Monopoly is not something we do. We do like our games a bit more modern with virtual reality and all that jazz. But hey, Monopoly has some valuable life lessons, okay? Like teaching us how to survive family game nights without starting World War III. Monopoly is a really outdated game, okay? You want to know why? Because there is free parking. People pay luxury taxes. The rich people actually go to jail. And if you speed, you can actually go to jail. I mean, Monopoly is intense, man. Monopoly is intense. As a child playing Monopoly, you were supposed to learn that you should pay your taxes, invest in properties rather than saving money, and never roll doubles. But no, what did we learn? How to break family relationships with just one game. I play Monopoly with my family, and every time I pass go and land on the income tax spot, all of my family gets offended if I don't pay it. And these are the same people who evade taxes in real life. Who are you guys to speak about paying taxes? Look at yourself first, mom. Speaking of family, like my mom's favorite hobby is reminding me to get a haircut. I'm convinced she's trying to make sure I never save enough money to buy a property on Boardwalk. If I had $1 every time she said that, I'd be the Donald Trump of Monopoly, minus the bad hair. but hey, why did the Monopoly game yawn? Why did the Monopoly game yawn?
Why?
Because it is a board game.
Right.
And the game is so bored of seeing the same old drama we play. But yeah, something about myself. As you can say, I'm an Indian, and that by definition also makes me a computer science graduate. So I often find myself amazed by the advancements of technology. Did you know that our smartphones today are more powerful than the computers that sent Apollo 11 to the moon? Yeah, it's incredible. But with all this power in our hands, what do? We send each other funny cat videos and share memes about pizza toppings. I mean, humanity's progress can be summarized in 3 words: cat, dog, and pizza. Also, like, as you know, I'm Gen Z and I love video games. They're fantastic, right? I love getting lost in a virtual world, saving kingdoms, defeating evil villains. But the best part is when my parents walk in while I'm playing and ask, "What are you doing?" Oh, just casually saving the world from destruction, Mom, no big deal. Because the graphics in some of these games are so realistic that I wonder if my in-game character is leading a better life than me. Like, I mean, they're fit, they complete quests, and they don't have to worry about student loans. And I love movies. So let's start with movies. You ever notice how some people in real life have the attention span of movie trailers? Like, they're all like, "I'm going to change my life today and become a new person." But 2 weeks later, it's like the sequel to "I Can't Stick to Anything." They even cast the same actors: procrastination and laziness. Speaking of movies, have you ever tried having a conversation with a die-hard film buff? It's like talking to a walking IMDb. they can tell you what the director had for breakfast on the day of shooting scene number 42. Like, I asked a movie buff for a recommendation, and they hit me with a black and white art house foreign language film. I watched it, and I swear, I needed subtitles to understand the subtitles. And yeah, I think that's all my time. I know I have more time, but I'm going to give the mic back to Liz. Give it up for your host, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarul. Yeah, right on time. You don't want to be canceled by Cancel Cop. Up next, we have Dominic, but before we do that, I want you to remind you to follow us on House of Comedy. You can find us in your different social media. And also, if you want other people to follow you, you can share where we can find you on Instagram, Facebook. If you are a millennial Gen Xer like me, there you go. Sarah is showing you as International House of Comedy, where you can know what's going on. Like our next joke feedback is on August 6th, where you can work on your material hosted by Henry Cruz. You can have some feedback, and then you can present it on your next open mic. So up next, we have Dominic, and after him, we have on deck, we have Jan. So give it up for Dominic. Woo!
Hello, hi everyone. Can you hear me? Is this working?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thanks for the feedback already. Hey, hello. Hi guys. I'm Dominic. I'm from Slovakia. Greetings from Slovakia. Well, but I was born in a different country. It was Czechoslovakia, with emphasis on the word was. It was before they split, or as we say, it was before the checkout. Made it up. No, nobody says that. Oh, that's just me. Anyways, but I was made in Czechoslovakia. Yeah, that's what's written in my birth certificate. Actually, made in Czechoslovakia, but by my parents. But I don't really want to talk about this history. You know what happened in the old days. It's an uncomfortable topic. Parents having sex. I would much rather talk about the breakup of Czechoslovakia, like like about how Czechs pulled out, unlike my father. So it's Slovakia now for a couple of years, and that's the typical thing that people confuse Slovakia and Slovenia. But at one time I had an American guy telling me that he can separate them. He said like, oh, where are you from? And I said, oh, I'm from Slovakia. And he goes, ooh, I know it's not Slovenia. I'm like, oh yeah, because I have a friend in Slovenia. And then I go like, oh, that's so cool. Let's talk about Slovenia now, like the country that I know very little about. Anyways, it's like, oh, where are you from, sir? You said the United States. Well, I know a guy who has a friend who's been to the United Arab Emirates. I mean, they both start with United, and the name of the country ends in AIDS. But let's talk about that. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the country that I brought up now. Yeah, but I was over the weekend. Actually, I was in Austria, in Vienna, and they also must have this all the time. Getting confused with Australia. Because I saw the warning signs. Yeah, they sell it as souvenirs. They have like a T-shirt that says it says, and I cite, no kangaroos in Austria. And there's a picture of that Australian road sign with a kangaroo. And it's like, oh, that's fun. It's like that's a nice joke. But I'm wondering what kind of souvenirs they sell in Australia, as not to get confused with Austria. I imagine they have a T-shirt that says Australia, not the birthplace of der Führer, or something like that, because it's not, you know. Yeah. By the way, I was on a family road trip many years ago with my family. Otherwise, it would be weird. And we visited the United States, well, some of the states, just a number of the United States, like 6 of them, which is easy to calculate, it's like 12%. But because my parents, for a long time, they wanted to see the wonders of America, like Grand Canyon and Yosemite and Walmart and others. And one time, we stopped at the gas station, not one time, more times, there's a lot of gas consumption. But the shop assistant asks me like, hey, where are you guys from? And I go, oh, we're from Slovakia. And he goes, oh, Slovakia, what's that like? And I go, well, glad you asked. Well, Slovakia is a small country in Eastern Europe, and it is ranked number 3 in the world in cases of colorectal cancer. Well, not total cases, but just per number of asses. And my mom heard me saying that, and she gives me the mom lecture afterwards, saying like, oh, what are you telling these people? Well, she said that in Slovak, I'm just translating. Like, oh, what are you telling these people? It's what will they think of Slovakia now? It's so embarrassing. It's not Eastern, it's Central Europe. Anyways, and that's all from me. Thank you very much. My name is Dominic, and have a nice evening from Slovenia. I'm in Slovakia. Thank you.
Oh,
Hey,
well,
Dominic, I'm at
Dominic.
least happy about one thing that country split, because spelling Czechoslovakia in one whole big word was very difficult. Now
Yeah.
easily.
That was one of the main reasons.
Main reason.
I think maybe the most.
People can spell now.
And Dominic, I actually laughed, but I was muted when you said not the birthplace of the Führer. For those who don't know, the Führer is German for the Chancellor, the leader, Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, like, that's.
When you said Führer, my balls shrunk. I was like, oh, she's a Führer.
Yeah, that was a little coded, so if you know, you know. Yeah.
If you know, you know. Bringing more international flavor to the IHOC comedy. Thank you, Dominic.
You're welcome.
Yay! Give it up for him. Now, up next, we have Jan on deck. Safe. Give it up for Jan. Woo!
My name is Jan. I'm from Malaysia. I know Wendy. Hello. Nice. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to sing a parody I wrote. Do y'all guys know Adele?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Hello from the.
So my playing is going to suck because I literally just jumped on and I didn't cut my fingernails, but I'm going to just do it. Oh, this is a song about being a bad comedian, okay? I'm referring to myself. There ain't no gold in this punchline. I've been wrestling with now since forever. God knows I've tried to make good time, but at the end of my set, after 10 damn minutes, not a single laughter has been had. Try to find a different punchline to you. Guys were like, better luck next time, so go easy on me.
Ooh.
There ain't no room for mistakes, when all I ever wanted was a big praise. You can't deny how hard I tried. I changed all my lines to put the crowd first, but now I am fine. Go away. Try to find a different punchline to try to make you laugh. My jokes are crap. So go away. Guys, I didn't know how long Adele just went on and on and on. I didn't count how many. Like live, they're like, when is she gonna stop? Like, when is she gonna stop? And she's like, so I just went on as long as I could, I was like, it's jokes. And I know right now it probably doesn't even show. Go away. I tried to find a different punchline to it's what comedians do, what I failed to do. So go easy on me. Yeah, thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you. Give it up for Jan bringing us the comedy and the vocals. I didn't know you sang. Jan. You have a very
Thank
nice
you.
voice. What did you start with first, comedy or singing?
I think singing first. Yeah. I started with singing first, and actually I sing classical music, so I have jokes about classical singing, and I wrote a lot of parodies as well before that, and I have a few stuff. So maybe next time I could sing something else, because if this is like I'm at home, like I have a parody about working from home and not wearing pants, so that will be next time.
We'll be looking forward to listening to Pantless work.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, we'll be looking forward to listening to the song about working without pants.
Yeah.
Hey, Jan,
Thank you.
I used to listen to Adele's song, but they became very painful when I got divorced because she always talks about going back to the ex, and those are the worst songs I ever heard.
Well, I'll change all the lyrics and also.
Yeah, yeah, make it a little bit more painful for the ex.
Yeah, thanks for Jan. You will be able to listen to Adele again.
Yeah.
Well, give it up one more time for Jan. Woo!
Whoa.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo.
And up next, to close us off, we have Safe AK. Give it up for Safe AK, everyone.
Whoa.
Woo!
Thank you.
I know
thank
that
you.
guy.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I know what you're all thinking. Not from Al Jazeera. No, not, and not to be confused with Saif Ali Khan, that piece of garbage. So, my name is Saif AK. I am half Egyptian, half Iraqi, born in Saudi, British, raised with an American accent. I know what you're all thinking. ISIS infiltration unit. I am not in any way associated with the linguistics department of ISIS just because I'm fluent in English and sarcasm and French and Arabic and know some conversational German and some Japanese and some Russian. And I, from time to time, spend time with dodgy, shady people. I am not that same safe ache. As a Muslim comedian, we find, like I find, as a Muslim comedian, I have to pray really, really hard that I don't bomb on stage. Thank you. That was a nice, good old racial stereotyping. The self-deprecation works every time. Lowest common denominator. And the AK is not a clue. I did used to go by the stage name AK-47 when I was channeling my inner African American rapper, but then people were expecting a rap at the end of that, which kind of made it a bit difficult. Yeah, it happens. Shiite happens. He went there. Yes, he did. The Shiites are angry. Who cares? They're a minority in the Muslim population. Not like we're going to cater to a minority, are we? So I recently got a smartwatch, which is very important, especially when you're working in terrorism. I mean, when you're working in comedy. And one of the reasons I got the smartwatch was because is somebody doing a drumming set? It sounds like somebody's like sticking their microphone, throwing it down a flight of stairs, and then grabbing it with like cable, reeling it in, and then throwing it down again, and just sort of like, fuck the Arab. I don't want to hear any more jokes from the Muslim. Damn you for 9/11. Dude, I remember I was on the 11th of September, 1997. I was getting my military exemption from the Egyptian army. It became a day I would celebrate every 11th of September. I'd give myself a cake. I'd be like, hey, celebrate good times. Come on. And then 2001 came. Changed everything. Yeah. Can't celebrate 11th of September now. I can't go to myself, happy 11th of September. People go, what's wrong with you? I was like, I got exempted from the army that day. I'm sorry. You haven't seen Egyptian army training videos, trust me. But yes, no, smartwatch. The problem with the smartwatch is that it's like, I tried Googling to see whether it measures my heart rate or whether it measures the motion of my arm. So when I'm walking, I have to sort of walk with that sort of stereotypical brisk. And when you're like a big Middle Eastern looking guy with a backpack, walking briskly with ear pods, and like people are like, as long as he's, and sometimes I'm listening to Chopin and sometimes I'm listening to heavy metal, but now and then I listen to Quran. So when I'm doing the heavy steps with a backpack, listen to Quran and people can kind of hear it, it's never a good thing. Never good. No. I'd like to close with a little bit of ad lib because I love ad libbing, especially when I'm in customs. Anything to declare? Just some drugs I got from Malaysia while I was on a stopover after I checked on the local sweatshop that I outsource to Nike. Can't say anything truthful on what? It's true. Where you think Nike doesn't use sweatshops? Where you think there's like a factory in America where it's like, we make these Nike trainers from scratch. We get rubber over from Minnesota. And then we get the laces made from cotton fields in outer Wisconsin. And then we work hard together to make these shoes. And here's little Timmy now working on the assembly line. Hey, say hello, Timmy. Really? Really? Yeah, okay. I'm the monster. So yeah, anyone want to throw in a word in my last 14 seconds that I can ad lib with? Saharud?
Mike.
Did you say Mike?
Yeah.
I remember Mike. He was such a great guy. He used to take me rollerblading, and like one day we discovered this fitness aerobics instructor, and we all decided to do crack. The end. That's not a true story. But that's the story of ad libbing. I've been Safe AK. You've been a lovely virtual audience. Thank you so much for having me. I'd like to thank International House of Comedy. I'd like to thank Gracias Liz Chavez, and I'd love to thank Sahrud for messaging me and letting me know to come to this, because otherwise I would have slept.
Hey.
Yeah, we'll give it up for a closer up today for all the comedians that made this day possible. Woo, you guys did great. Great way to start the day for some of us, close the days for some of you, and we appreciate.
Flat Earthers are having a field day.
Oh my, just remember to follow us in International House of Comedy. Like, I don't have I'm pointing at nothing, but you can see the background from Sarut and Henry Cruz. And we also have the joke feedback on Sunday, August 6th. If you want to join us, and also check out the events in Eventbrite. I've been your host, Liz Chavez, and it was a pleasure being with all of you. See you soon.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that is a clean out. Boom. Record